the theater department, I'm definitely 100% myself. I'm crazy and zealous and weird. Like, especially if I'm like at a huge lecture, you know, I'm not gonna reach over and talk to people. Like, I'm a little bit more shy.
I feel like with theater, I can be myself, do what I need to do, and I don't have to worry about getting it right or doing it perfect. I can just be myself and do it feel natural.
I'm more outgoing in the theater department. I'm not usually a very outgoing person, but on stage it's much easier for me to be outgoing, to be more friendly, to put myself out there sort of, and it's in the theater department, and it's nice to have a bunch of other people who are like that too.
I feel more comfortable around people who do theater because they understand and they get it. And when I'm going to class, when I'm in class or when I'm going to class, like, I'm not as vocal with those students. I just sort of keep my head down and deal with it.
I think it's really interesting to ask like what puts characters in certain situations and like try to see if you can figure out how they would respond. And then definitely as you get closer to the show date, you kind of weed out what works for your character, what doesn't.
I've heard some people, and I like to do this too, actually get into their shoes. So like when I wear like really big like honking boots and I'm supposed to be like a mom, like I don't feel like a mom. So like I have this one pair of boots that I had to take off during every rehearsal.
I'm a very language-oriented person, so I read through the script a lot and I sort of try out the voice. And I mean, the way I read generally, not even for plays, is I sort of hear the voice in my head. I'm an auditory learner.
One of the last shows I did, we would all like get in a circle and we'd count to 10 and then back again. Just sort of pull ourselves in as a cast, as a group, and we're all working together. Usually when I get on stage and I've finally gotten back into that groove, I've got like this theater mode that I just sort of get into and everything sort of goes really well for me usually.
Oh, I do a lot of like breathing exercises. We do like an Alexander technique type of warm-up, which is basically centering like your body and your mind and connecting it all. So I focus on that mainly.
I crack my toes, which is weird. My friend Elise has this thing where she links pinkies, and she says this like really awesome thing about like, you know, grant us the serenity to change the things we can and something to change the things we can. She does that, and that's really comforting. She like squeezes your pinkies and it's good luck or break a leg or whatever.
I was in a show last year with like one of my best friends, and so, you know, we would always like do like the cross fingers and like kiss.
It's more fun in the middle of the rehearsals. It sort of starts out a bit boring and then it gets really fun, and then as rehearsal goes toward performance, it gets more and more frantic and less fun.
It's electric, honestly. Every single show, you know, you always have the anxious jitters, but it's awesome knowing that everybody else is kind of in the same situation as you and they want to just put on a good show.
Everyone's running around and we've got everything going on and you're just like, whoa, wait, hold on, what's going on? What's happening?
It's usually more of a relief immediately because I actually get to sleep and I actually have time, and then a week or two after I start to really miss it. And I get emotional about it and I miss the show and I miss the cast, but right after it's just relief.
It's bittersweet because once you're done, there's just like that high and then that crash because like, especially right after like when you finish the show, you're super energetic, but then you realize you're not going to work with them anymore, and there's that moment where you're like, the stress is gone, you don't have to worry about it anymore, but at the same time you're like, I'm not going to see all these people as often as I usually am. And even if I was in the same classes as them, I'd still be like, I'm not going to have that.
We're taught like, you know, you're not pretty enough, you're not skinny enough, you're not good enough, and you're not strong enough. And I can love myself not being everything that society tells me I have to be.